A quick question for you. Locally, by percentage, how many homes failed to sell the first time out just in the last 6 months? The answer actually is about 23%. So let's just say a quarter of homes failed to sell the first time out. And we'll talk about why that's the case, but I wanted to first just say thank you for actually taking the time to watch this video. Simply, you got to be frustrated. I mean, you do everything you can to get your home sold. You interview agents. You do the recommended prep. You keep your home clean. You make obvious arrangements for your replacement property. It's a lot of work, and in the end, in this particular case, it just didn't happen. So I, I I just wanted to say thank you for taking the time to find out how we might be able to fix this moving forward. So your home is currently expired or canceled. The good news, if there is any good news, is you're not going to hear from most agents. Most agents will take the kind of a standoff approach. They might fear it will be an uncomfortable situation for them because they may fear you might have a chip on your shoulder. That all agents are like your last agent, so they just simply won't approach you. So that's good. However, there is a second group, a smaller band of agents that are typically more experienced, that do work sometimes exclusively with the expired and canceled listings. They have the ability to see what your first agent didn't, and they're able to communicate and structure a plan to get you back on track and get your home sold. So that's fantastic. Obviously, you might have guessed, I am one of those agents. Not because I like uncomfortable situations, because that just doesn't happen with me. It's just the notion that I already know that 25%, 23% are going to be expired. They're just not going to be successful. And the default 75% will. I already know that. So I don't really get upset, with the sellers when I talk to them. I don't blame that at all. In fact, I already know that the causes for that 25% not selling is going to be overpricing. It's going to be agent under marketing, as well as a kind of a poor practice of what they call selling a listing. And I'll talk about those in the next video. But suffice to say, once you have the understanding, just the base understanding of why things are the way they are, it's kind of easy to actually fix. So we'll keep going on that. My The information that I would provide to you in my expired and canceled listing program is very matter of fact. It's straightforward. It essentially allows you to understand that there are two starkly different sellers in today's data-driven models for real estate sales, which is key, and we'll talk about that. What is so interesting is these two different sellers that we have available today. They have two very specific approaches to selling their homes, and they have two very starkly different outcomes, obviously. So my job then is just go ahead and move you from the 25% over to the 75%. Fortunately, it's pretty straightforward in my experience, and I've been licensed since 1991. In my experience, there's five very specific things that are missing that could be majorly improved upon. And once those five things are addressed, then you're back in the position of control in the sale of your own home, which obviously that sense of control is something that's very powerful. I'm sure you can relate to right now. Since you're already receiving my mailers, I already have done the research. I already have my notes. I already know your home. I know its standing in relationship to the competition that you're up against. I mean, I I actually already have essentially the five that I've seen through the resource materials that's available online, to go ahead and address this quite quickly. So if you'd be interested in knowing what those five are, I'd love to have a conversation, because the question you'll ask me is like, Corey, I've seen this. Why wasn't this done this way the first time around? I mean, obviously, I can't naturally answer that question, but I can tell you this. If you put those five back in place, you will have that sense of control that you've been missing. So I do really look forward to your call. Thanks so much, and I'll see you in that next video.